Hi guys, this is EmiAne, and I'm doing a voiceover for this drawing that I'm working on. I decided to do this. I felt like it would be a bit of fun for you guys to know my thought process and everything that goes behind my art, as well as to formally say hello. I know I haven't really been doing much on this channel as of late, and I'm gonna try to fix that. I have a lot more time now than I did in the past. So I decided to start by doing this style study, as you can see by the title. I decided to do something a little bit different than other people when they do these style studies. A lot of people just do cartoons they like, or comics they like, or video games they like. I decided to mix that with freelance artists and other artists that maybe aren't as popular. Try to mimic their styles and see how they work and see how that can help my own style to grow. I firmly believe that mimicking others is the best way to grow as an artist. Maybe if only just a little bit, just to try it out and try to figure out how they make their styles work. Also, it's a lot of fun. So I chose to use my character Kino. This is an older design of hers. It's really simple, and I felt it'd be nice and easy to transfer between all the different styles that I'll be doing. And this is going to be part one of a few in this little series. So the first one that I chose is Naruto. Naruto was a huge inspiration to me as an artist. It's almost only what I drew in high school. Between this and Vocaloid, I had fan characters, and I wrote all these stories and RP'd, and oh man, it was a mess. I'm pretty sure I still have the Gaia RPs with my characters. So drawing in this style wasn't terribly hard, and I had a lot of fun doing it, because it's a style I tried to mimic a lot back when I was in high school. You can kind of see me having a lot of fun with this and knowing what I'm doing. I think this is the only time that I know what I'm doing during this whole video. So, what I really like about Masashi Kishimoto's style is he's refined everything down to the point where he hasn't lost any realism on his characters, but it's simple enough that it's easy to, duplicate. So it's really good designs for comics, and it makes sense considering how many comics that he did. But the thing is, it's deceptively simple. Trying to mimic it is really hard unless you know what you're doing. And a problem I'm facing here, especially looking at it now, is that Kino has the same coloration as Sakura, which I used as my reference, so it just kind of looks like I drew Sakura with her bangs cut in a really awkward way, so that's cool. One thing I did hate about his style is that he didn't seem to know how to shade the hair, so I didn't know what I was doing. So the next one here is Rumiko Takahashi's Inuyasha. This was the anime that got me into drawing anime back in middle school, and is actually the main inspiration for my character Kino, so I felt it was only fitting to try to copy the style in this little project. I surprisingly found this really difficult. It's definitely one of the ones I struggled the most with, and you'll see me flipping the canvas frantically as I try to fix things and make them look right, and I just couldn't do it. It was so frustrating. I don't know why I struggled with this one. Maybe it's because it's been years since I even, kind of had a style that was remotely similar to this, and I was just fighting it. Just, wanting to correct things and just having the worst time. I think I got it okay in the end. There's a lot of things that I would have liked to fix, but I think it was okay. Those freaking loops. So, Kino was originally almost a recolor of Kikyo, and Kikyo was my favorite character from Inuyasha. So that's why she has those loop things. It's because of Kikyo. But Kino was a cat demon. She was best friends with Kikyo, and she hated Inuyasha because he had killed her. And then when he was revived 50 years later, she came back and teamed up with them to defeat Naraku. God, I was so into that. freaking... Oh, and here it is again, me struggling with the freaking anime hair shading. I'm like, what? How do they work this? It's like spiky shapes that don't know, like, where they're going. Like, there's definitely a light source, but at the same time, I can't seem to identify it, so I'm just kind of throwing down shapes and hoping it looks okay. So the next one was Splatoon, and Splatoon, of course, is a bit more modern than the other two, and I took a different route with it. With the others, I did like line art and then I did coloring. For this one, I didn't do any line art. So I did the sketch and then I started blocking in color because I wanted to do a lineless effect to kind of mimic the 3D style, but without, doing 3D. So Splatoon's a big deal to me. I play it a lot and I love the art style. I would love to do more colorful pieces. Something I could have done is I could have done, like, the 2D concept art from Splatoon, but for some reason I just decided against it. I think I just found the first reference, I was like, that's good enough, and I just went from there. I had a lot of fun with it, though, because it was almost like cutting pieces of paper to make paper art. And then I went in with a gradient tool and just started shading it to kind of give it the illusion of being round, to kind of mimic how it's shaded on the 3D promotional image. I kind of wanted to make it so Kino was definitely identifiable as Kino, but still also a Squid Kid, and I think it almost just looks like the Squid Kid recolored with pink. So maybe I should have done something different, like make her hair a little more flippy or something. I don't know. It was still really cute. I'd love to do more like it in the future. Okay, so this next one is the first one that isn't like a quote-unquote mainstream artist. This is Baylee Jae, and she's here on YouTube. She does a bunch of Copic illustrations and all that, and I thought it would be really fun to try to like mimic her style and figure out what she does. The only problem is my initial plan was to do this drawing in Copic, because she's actually a big reason why I got Copic markers. It's just I don't have a way to record that process, and I don't have a scanner. So I decided to just do it digitally and try to mimic it the best I could. I was really nervous about this because I wanted to make it good. And I think it turned out okay, despite, me being nervous about it. You can kind of see me struggling. The shading process, I believe, was the hardest for me. I could have picked one of the references, because her persona has pink hair, so I could have picked that, because the skin was no problem. I was just color picking and blending, using my blending tools and my marker tool to kind of give it a similar effect. And I wanted to make it look a little bit textured, so I shaded kind of messy. The pink hair definitely gave me difficulties, because of course I'm using a blonde girl as a reference. And I'm like, wait, how colorful do I need to make this? Do I need to add shines? I don't know. And I could have just taken her freaking avatar as a reference, but nope, I decided this one reference was good enough. I don't know. I think it turned out okay. There might have been a few things that I could have done differently, but I think it kind of looks like I did it in marker. She's a huge inspiration. I enjoy her streams and her videos every week. I love this new style that she's adopted. It's like kind of cartoony, but not really. I don't know. I love it. And so the last one for this first set is actually a friend of mine. This is Solucent, and he's different than the others because he primarily does furry art, but he does it in this really cute cartoony style. And so I figured I wanted to try to mimic that. I originally was going to try to make it in his style but human, but I was like, why do that when I could just make her a cat? So that's what I decided to do. Solucent's actually a good friend of mine, and he had no idea I was doing this until after it was done. And he's a big reason why I'm doing the voiceover, because he literally yelled at me to do it. This was a lot of fun, because I'm so familiar with, like, seeing his art style, and it was a lot of fun to actually go and do it. He has a really fun and like round and friendly art style. And I love the way he uses colors. He uses like one color to shade, and then he'll usually color his line art to complement the other colors, and that's why I went with like a red line art. I probably could have done like a paler color, but I kind of liked the red with the pink. And especially since her fur was white, I kind of wanted to go that route. So yeah, this was the first of probably a few more videos that I'll be doing these style studies on. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you have any suggestions for things that you would like to see me mimic, definitely leave me a link or leave me suggestions in the comment below. Thank you. Have a great night.